Hey guys, so I just tried to post the video, on the pros and cons of transitioning, but what ended up happening was the video ended up being like, 12 minutes long or something, and when I went to post it, it decided to stop at 8 minutes, so, I don't know, I just cut like 4 minutes out, so it was fucked up. So what I'm doing now is I'm making that first part the cons of transitioning, and this video is going to be the pros of transitioning, so yay. Because the video stopped pretty much right at the end of when I was saying the cons of transitioning, so I guess that's at least a little bit helpful. Okay, so here are the pros of transitioning from one gender to the other. It helps you mature a lot. Like, it's a real learning experience. You get to learn a lot about the world and the people in it, like society. Yeah, it just teaches you a lot. It matures you. I can tell you that a year and a half ago, before I started living as a woman, I was nowhere near as mature as I am now. It just makes you grow up, kind of, and kind of learn the way things are. So that, of course, is good. Also, it's a good way transitioning is a good way to meet people, like yourself. Like, I've probably mentioned Gender Journeys, which was a group, in the city of Toronto, for trans people. So, like, you have that same thing in common, so, like, because of that, you can kind of become friends, and, I've met a lot of good friends through Gender Journeys, and also here on YouTube, I've met a lot of good people, both trans women and trans men, because we have that same thing in common, and it's good to talk about it together. So transitioning is a good way to meet people. You find out who people really are, too. Like, once you decide to transition, you'll start telling people, P.S. I'm a woman now. So, I don't know. Just like, you'll find out who the real good people in your life are, who are your real friends. Because the people who aren't your real friends will be like, will not want to talk with you anymore. They'll kind of shut you out because you're a little bit different, I guess. But the good people will stick around and support you. This one I've been told by all my biological female friends that they are jealous of me about. I won't have to deal with a period. They are really jealous that I don't have to deal with it because apparently it's fucking annoying. So that's another pro. No period. Another one is you'll find self-happiness. Like if you know you're transgender but still living like as your biological gender, you won't be happy. Like, you'll know that you should be female, but you're living and like everybody knows you as a male. And once you start transitioning, that'll all change. So you'll just find like happiness with who you are. And this is the last pro. There's actually more cons on my list than pros. I just couldn't think of any more. But there probably are a lot more. But I don't think that changes anything because the pros still outweigh the cons in like an importance sense. Like, it shouldn't matter because if you're trans, you're trans. It's not up to a list to decide if you're gonna transition or not. Okay, but this is the last pro. You'll have a better understanding of both genders because you'll have lived that time you lived as your biological gender, and then you'll have lived the rest of your life after your transition after your real gender. So you'll kind of understand men and women. Like, you'll understand both. I'm not saying I fully understand men, but I think I have a pretty good understanding of them. whereas a lot of women don't get men at all. So you know what I mean? And vice versa. Yeah, just a better understanding of both genders. So, yeah, that's it. If you have any more pros or cons to add to my pros and cons list, can you see that? Yeah, if you have anything to add to that, then comment, video response, whatever you want to do. But yeah, ZaraHarley, peace out, comment, subscribe.